especially in Ashanti region. And my can say NPP nyano, enyano kre. Enti me pese me ma NDC for any da ho papa. Enyano kre da. Abebia ya kan, including Abebia. I don't want to be very specific with anyone's election, but we have had only 2 presidents on the ticket of NPP. And these 2 presidents, no, apart from the year 2000 election, President Kufuor, I know the yebetimi aka say ya konkoden pa. Eno kra no kwabna exams there dey ubetwe kon kakra wiemu kakra bi dey obekwa ko hwe obi dey so atro kakra. Eno dey
watching juicy news on YouTube. Hot news all time. You are watching juicy news on YouTube.
I can be very, very cocksure. The reason why I was very bold some time ago to say Kufuor don't mean Mampeni da was because I knew say a system that we had created. Ye take ballot paper, at the map police station executives say almost staff ballot no, to make sure say NPP benya more votes. Say obi wia bemua obeye mampani a or treat your mind for no anyhow because anya utumi no and or the abeye mampani enu nti na Kufuor do enya ni tumi hwe. I will remind Ghanaians of something. Dentia Rojo, was it Rojo? Rojo now call. Yeah, Rojo. Kwabena Agyapong was waiting for us to make sure you be party votes from Kumasi. And no thing I'm say bantima nyamae. Met me to mra church siabubo obiedi, but I just want to leave it at that. If they dare me, I can do that easily because I have been part. I have been part of a very bad regime. Dear obedi nkunimu no ho behia se wan to aba ma obi na obedi wanim kan a isan se nya na ato aba ma no nti no te se de na mampani Kufuor do ye mampani a onima ba wono ampokura wonya ya wo de be ye mampani as we speak. Supreme Court led by Eni Yeboah judge na okoje $5 million bribe no. When they say Kufuor do ye mampani, say onya 10 and odi wini ye, so onya 2, so onya baako. Bepim ne yenim emadodo Kufuor do nya ya odi ye mampani. Eti emma oye nioma esan say nya wu tumi ne kura no nti na ye ono ne kwati kwan bi so no fa ye di nya tumi e di bedi wanim kanti no. Oye ade a onwe wo ho sa oye Ghana ni so oye aboa so oye nipa onwe wo ho because enya wu tumi ne kura no ono ane fa ne kwan so de be ye mampani nti ehu hia se oman ba pa bia no ebe ma na ye adehia se obedwen ekwan ye be fa so ebe to aba. I have been part of a certain old regime. And I know say enema bia koso in the past. Enema ni bi o wa na sometimes difficult for me to mention in public. Not because I have any scintilla of fear say bia ebe ye but unim say kwabra ade bi o wa isia sabre no sene was it Paul ne kan say mi so na me ye me never say akwala na sabi say manyini anymany bi o wa ye not because we felt say
you are watching juicy news on YouTube. Hot news all time.
But
you are watching juicy
an opinion
news
so
on
say
YouTube.
kwaya NDC afaso adi o man anim for a very long time no free Rollins apenso no e wo say kwan bia so a ye be fa ye betu no e wo say etu no eti kwabra me nim say especially in Ashanti region emma ye can say NPP nya no enya no kre enti me pese me ma NDC fo ani da ho papa enya no kre da abebia ya kan including abebia. I don't want to be very specific with anyone's election, but we have had only 2 presidents on the ticket of NPP. And these 2 presidents, no, apart from the year 2000 election, President Kufuor, I know the yebetimi aka say ya konkoden pa. Eno kra no kwabna exams there dey ubetwe kon kakra wiemu kakra bi dey obekwa ko hwe obi dey so atro kakra eno dey dey ebisi. But kwabna nipa I can be very, very cocksure. The reason why I was very bold some time ago to say Kufuor Ntimiyam Mampeni da was because I knew say a system that we had created. Take ballot paper, at the map polling station executives say almost staff ballot no, to make sure say NPP benya more votes. We say how many polling agents do we have in every constituency? It will depend how many electoral areas. What you say? So, if say you have 10, now out of 10, no nipa be France nipa 10 no, obiya kura be emma be 5 a. Di koguma send wanya enye 50.
So this should be all.
Oh nipa 10
as executives.
As polling station executives. O the fan say baby you nipa 5. And our 10 electoral areas. The 10 electoral areas no times 5 polling agents. And our polling station executives,
which is 50.
Is 50. It is among Ashanti region, now among kind how many polling your friend is saying agents are your friend polling station executives and the Ashanti region. That has been the status quo.
Sēcrèt will be
okay. Funny say me a polling executive, polling
so and this is the branch.
Almost friend a branch.
And NPP
friend polling station executive. Now polling station executive no. Or no na said any say ye koto aba send obetimi making sure say presidential no nipa na osi akan no obenya more votes because in PMP no nipa bebre nto aba. Whether especially time wa buy was people also say Ashanti region nipa bebre nto aba apathy aheto. Yes, I can use the 2008 elections for example. 2008 we had to set off myself. I remember I'm preaching with Mama Pat no na nam Kumasi Jomni e pachel.
You are watching Juicy News on
YouTube. Making sure say
nipa
beto aba.
You are watching Juicy News on YouTube.
In fact, body ye nam Kumasi Jom body area ho ye call your friends say body ho no. Pempimbi ankofo si yes amompene
wakanyero kasa
yes amompene
body
because na quiet to say amemo ne hihye ne ntotoye ne bi no na ene ni pa
ka ba fie
ha na ka ba ho no decision take ye ne say was he making sure say betwa agum e kwabra obi o ho a obedwen say I have shared a secret fine my own mind but I have repented
amen.
And Yankopon has forgiven me my sins. I am saying it just so that you better me any other ho. So obi ria bemua obeye mampania or treat your mind for no anyhow because anya utumi no and or the abeye mampani. And until na Kufuor anya ni tumi. I will remind Ghanaians of something. Gentia Rojo was it Rojo now call
Rojo.
Kwabena Agyapong was waiting for us to make sure you be party votes from Kumasi. And until I'm say bantima nyamae. Met me to mra obiedi, but I just want to leave it at that. If they dare me, I can do that easily because I have been part. I have been part of a very bad regime, and abebieni yakase NPP nya stay ya enokre is not true. It's the NDC ma omani na ho because se ukwa Ashanti region na minim enkwofo they were part of yen staff ballota and then omo japa because but for them and Kufuor Ntimi nya mampani da. And 2016 they did it. 2016 omo ya no sabre no it was so obvious say I was saying NDC because untumi ko twa antro to NDC for so say omo de enu yakugu hotel. Boys no more yes I didn't minimum bia. In fact, some of them have even fallen out with wound to me as I speak to you. Obi kura ko kan no ebu ne be wo radio so. Me was our tape no crash is here ya. But these are things that have happened. They don't have organic votes. It's not true. Chairmen I will wiem obia including obia. MPs niveaus ni bebre. Me see omu wiemu afa. Now on that how do we go about it? I will say NDC man need that whole year. Obi koto aba emre bia ni we si ukwan se wuntimi nhwe ekwan a wo fa so a wo de abana a wakoto no boot ni mu no ko se nim ubetimi ahwe no because ebi ana odi bia sise mu kwabra ni ba bia na ye de hye emma omo de hye omo bra asise Into okwa or the sasha ho anu yi. Yabobɔ ne dada. Ebi okra the iron. E fa so na ye flat. Enti no flat na aye no. Wo de ba ko na afa na ye wo bobɔ no. Who say no because enya iron nti no. Wo de iron no. The wo de iron a press no no. Wo de tare wo de shemu a na de ko shemu a. Wo say eno no like
so when I
flat pa. Enti sa wo pa ho. So ye hwia ba ne gu ho a we NDC ni na hwia ba ne gu ho a me nka me NDC fo Ghana for mani eda ho upa mo soto no wo be hu se ebia ye flat pa dia ye flat pa no wo de upa examine that sheet me minim ko for almost this time no mo nye but you cannot believe human beings
yes ye word
because or the ade ni ko shemu a how the papers are folded no so what the be sent temu a wo be hu so the big can you should be able to see because box no there baby okoto aba na esemefo ani nkohwe de okoto aba no enu nti ne yesi border no na emom nipa na wato aba na wie no baby awode aba na wato no kwa akoshe no you should be able to notice say no adenye ba ko pe ne kura no and you can blow the alarm easily even before so the be shem no monyere no Muhu say baako mienu miensa kan ho mommoro no pa na mfa ni koma police because you have every right to your friend is saying use minimum force and your police in citizen arrest.
Okay, so in this case no obo polling station no how can they detect?
It's easy. Kabra paper way here kra me I mean paper way be for example paper way obo boni se see ya one say na ehuhuru one say na ehuhuru say na ehuhuru now what the bia shim eno eye flat
but or red box ma e wona sa operation
no keka no because we koto aba sa won sa na wo box no
but omo mo obi enyina wachi omo mo obi enyina chi
wachi de obi enyina ho na ne nchemu because we tini wo ho na nyina ko red box ni won sa e show ne actions e show or the sa kosa ne brazil mu a obehu or the say akose ne ha ne panty mu a wo behu
ebi o say enyola ho na
ya ne kotiti uwia no abeto obi obeye say bia obo awo ko wi aba na apa monitor no a police station executive ana say wa potemu a wote no woni NPP police station executive bia okoto aba monitor ne yie okay ebi ameka kurampo no mu use police station executive nipa ombe use no wo de monitor the elections well mu hu obi a monteno with minimum force kopem say police for ba chene di na kono mu nya no jolo because e bia na ne ho de nche mo ma ne minimum force a obe yire ne ho adwane ti mo nkeka no ne ho ma ne ho nya hye
o nya ndie
every damn brother
jolo
jolo obe say yes because that is the only hope that is their only hope. I'm talking from certain corteses minim say no omo ya aware say etwati because the very people they held the meeting with no they are talking to me.
Yeah, I know.
They are talking to me.
I know.
Because kwabra oti ho an obi abefro say me hia kakra me so say me ho papa me
ofa
na me buso omo say ntide mu yei musa be kwakọ ya afi we ana na omo say afi de ya jimi na si GNTC ujimi TSC ntine jimi omo jimi na TSC nti omo jai nti eno na ema omo de sa nyoma we buy kwabra that is one thing and this thing I have been part of it before share kwabra your time no but what is for vigilant
but what about in Ashanti region so omo to me e pade in a ballot box no ma baba be swap it.
You are watching
yes,
Juicy News on YouTube.
But the American partner the main thing
because I was in Kumasi weekend.
Yes.
And meeting Komobi.
Swapping no. Omo ye wia and omo se yenya recount. What you say? Let's say onim say what the for aba be replace the old one no. Nti yenya recount no it doesn't happen at polling stations. It always happens at the collation center.
East collation center.
Nti ho no omo the ballot paper omo the ballot for aba be fra because for the say bia omo hu say NDC e beat omo be bia 100 votes or baby no omo person making sure say omo so e beat omo be some 200 votes no omo akwa baby when in na ho no omo ni polling agent no omo ni NDC polling agents na ye nti polling agent no ono na ede o koton NDC because ono dey asem tirim say Ashanti region dey dey anya more votes and na omo ya mana senke with NPP NDC for no enti wa kra we PC kra mpo wa gya to mu say I say wo gidi say nya de a wo say wo win election no meanwhile there are places that kwabra and can easy for NDC to win.
Yeah.
Because there are places they don't care whether you're NPP or not NDC. They look at who is coming because ebia papa way yenim senior
no, but say from na independent it me we need from na even with the presence of the president campaigning for
exactly.
NPP.
Why won't
it tell you NDC can win?
Exactly.
That's it.
It's easy. And I keep on telling the NDC say a laziness. Perhaps and Amomo Ayede Omoye Ashanti region. NPP cannot call it a stronghold if Omoye diligent at work. And true to my word, Kwabena Opa, Momo and put in just a little effort to be vigilant. NPP cannot count the number of votes they have counted ever. Ever. Just a little work to make sure say Omudi Omeni be pulling station executives and now say NPP for omunim say we are okoto aba NPP ni no say emma omo kwan ma omo fa bibia mfri omo atariem obi wo she long sleeve no kwa watutum etu opie ne batem na e wo ha na wo se obia no ade ne da ho no wayi okwa abo se wayire na tare no watuma ma na chekire no enti no ehye ho okoya oyi ya ebim de sweater pullover no they say the anona is elastic no a shame two bones or ya no you know the afra no the akotum into making sure say what time what to abana wie na odi kotum no ma wani enko ho eno ye one kwabna de tosu biem e kwan yo mfa so wi abem won sa excel sheet no de me pese wo mo a omo ye accounting no ko mo betimi aboa with a board na nka ye di camera to so Excel sheet wa de bia etimi amount negative a friend is a percentage enti
na aka say kwai ba ko a ye di nkomo no I can straight ayade ajemensa no person omo ede Excel no na account
no Excel no there I know it's their plan say omo person kwai ba ko person omo use no now
can say na
Excel sheet no 1 + 1 bia ye 2 obi anim say 1 + 1 ye 2 now 1 + 1 amount percentage of 100 meboa enti say every 1 + 1 bia 100% adan na edu ba bia on the J-mensa no use 2029 mo munya figures mako 8 no Excel sheet no omo kwa na o maye NDC minus ebia 5% on fan costro 10 and akoye to say ya tene money bebre anu nti no wo no minus ebia 3%. And no matter how many votes out the you are always with minus 3%. And the nominal values no, it be 100 + 100. I was saying about 200. But the 100 + 100 no, why you no minus 3? And the be minus 6. 100 be minus 3.
Yeah.
And the another 100 become why minus 6. And two votes no, the more now would you go no what tell. And why NPP the no plus a be a 10
momo vendor
and you know a be a MPP anya 200 also when you're 200 but MPP will be no nani 200 no
the percentage no
adani 220 wo the no na ya minus a be a 6 and 3 it will now the same 200 no when you're 200 also when you're 200 but o percentage and answer a be a yakekani na boom say ke be a o say ka unya 200 yaka 100 and 100 abom also nya 200 no wo 200 no bo sa akoda ne 160 na ono ne 200 no akọ plus wo de no that is the only method we anya rocket science a machine
no so we this
for example calculator they say scientific calculator no ye wade bia e bia wo say 10% of 200 10% of 200 no a certain value that value no either say Excel sheet ne so no or be any plus or minus it will any plus or MPP for the emu a woni na nya abape munyina yakoto aba mo nya 100 but ono be kona ne de na e bia 110 wo be kona de na e bia 90 ade na wo de na wunya 100 no ekoye total na koye 90 ni nyina so eba total ho eti ho no ene wo say NDC so make sure say omo be ye manual accounting of the votes because kwabra say 1 + 1 ma 2 a okoye no Excel sheet so a 2 ni betimi adane 1.7 because wa ma negative bi yeah no matter how many votes are the begumu no wo percentage a what or tia esa kote wo total ne so Excel for no there
obi send me say bobi the Excel calculation is so true. I know how to use it.
It's true. This is something that has happened before. In 2020, that is what they did. It is also boa they did both pulling agents no and but another one omu use Excel no. Into the answer you tell me the system ni be tibo Excel system.
Okay.
System no. So on person say digital. It is Samia Hukus hope is on this Excel sheet.
I see.
Say we use Excel sheet now. So what hobby? We pull agent hobby. And when him say a figure munya and yabo ni nyina ahyem. Obeko baabi na pepepe but total no. So no fan the calculator no calculate here. Obenya more than the Excel sheet na provided. Because on no calculator no minus be any so. But Excel sheet ne there ya minus also. It is a one manual calculation of number of votes awunya ya. Now the we need to Excel sheet ni so say the abobedwam obi ani tua yaka enti total ni NPP total ni NPP de the plus bi aka ho NDC de ni minus. It would the 100 gum cry minus
so
a certain
but
percentage.
Can NDC resist that process? How we use the quality?
You can resist it when you have calculated yours manually to see say no correct. Then you can resist it immediately.
But over calculate here no. On smith me do I am abobo pa court.
There be on can say won't me nya sa. Say wo ye no wo gina ho bi na won so wo ya wo de. Enti nkwan kwotena won nyate bo. Enu nti na wo samode obi a oni mass.
Yes. But whatever it is no. We no be yakura no a per the process na what say no. That will be and also ubehunu say what the plus NIA NPP for them and you should use the same process.
See. Oh, kwa for Excel sheet ni because laptop no also will be. Also be Excel sheet or 200 abo. Also crap paper ni be 200 bo. But MPP so 200 shame. We abusan say then na we would the Excel na ma we. No so ni Excel na ma we.
Also made maka.
Want me asa Canadian tin na nipa wo minimum force. Minimum force. I'm just here no meka.
There you.
Ade we di calculate yeto.
Meba.
Eto na out here ni say nipa na akwaye pulling your friend is saying way officer cry I'm friend is saying returning officer NPP for nko yeah because I'm a very typical example one was say see what time I'm to edwe so aba no yeah kwada so MP no we come a bribe no now OSP investigative subject no uni momo ko beli nkofo mienu na ye come o musika no omo nyina NPP executives NPP executives, you can say it on authority. Me say, Omo na beka kire mi o. Anya say bi kura makote no ba bi o. Omo ankasa na say omo executives ene bebeli omo. Omo yenu nya NPP for. I know them. Omo nyina NPP for.
I see.
Eti no, answer na wo kura wo kwa akensie no. You have to know say anya wo ne honam ni moja keke na enya because returning officer no NPP ni opa returning officer no unim dey beating for pa COVID time na ye kwoto aba no na o she nose mask enti utimi hu say NPP ni we wo ha but o she nose mask nti hu no but this time no ekanya san kakufa do ko we poto hwe o kai say asonase obi koye ballot staff ma ye chi no ko mu bu na ku no okay
yeah
enu abi na wo say NDC for ye because of the back up kotumu a ubehun people ya mabuwe ebi shemu a obo se be pufu dodo meboa
yeah
today na wo
but the Excel trick no you very good
Excel no another one I know the J mensa etu se wa sheda atwe NDC for adwen afiri so say no o use Excel obe use Corel draw ye the drawing kwabra ye fa nya calculation
to you o wa adwen afiri o se Corel draw
na o wa be gina bonten wo se wa bon wa sheda You know, your friend is said that bottom. Or said that she is intentionally letting you feel say onim ne oye.
Ba onim de oye.
It's the Excel sheet, you know. And also another kwabena, the most important one now boss so can you know. Say any kwan say obi a referee or she will be Jesse. Now to get that done, no, it will come at a very late hour. But I was here mutiminya across especially Ashanti region ni baby biano mutiminya womo album no because the reason why they are insulting us with breaking the 8 and all that nonsense, no, I want to say they have 1 million ways of rigging the election, no, winning the election, no, is because they know say omoni NPP 4 and like NDC 4 ni NPP 4 electoral commission and kwakoye abano ekoto abano entino pulling returning officer no or NPP ni nipa na otete paper no or NPP ni now the obete paper na ma the oba no yetimi ka che say we NPP ni a ebi a we oba ebi akawa no red fa red kawa no we NPP ni nkwa de odu obete mienu ama eti abana ye koto no ma wani na ho papa because NPP ni dru a obete mienu ama no wati mienu ma na so what taking it in osawo baby a wateke so wo take wo de mienu no no take ne de miensa e be wi ase ro ko hwe ni page so a wa hwe abeka say wateke miensa nti ma mesme take miensa but senko obi e beto aba na wo hwe din no na ese okay ni din wo album ni nie na wo so amaake wa tro e bi a +1 a ubo se be wi ase no MPP for no because returning officer MPP ni they are otete aba na MPP ni and MPP agents wo nti omo kwa na omo nipa 4 1 presidential 1 parliamentary 2 electoral commission personnel omo na MPP 4 and it does not matter you would think say they will do it only in Ashanti region they do that in Volta region because how crowd there why do you say obi antimi fa nonsense ma ho ntino wani da ho no they are friends but or the be fa ko ho wo ho e kenya no anka ma wu ko wene etino ma wani na ho pa because this election, you know, apart from say omube wiemu no, abna no way. But yes, Christo Krabe now as flag bearer, no far comes any Muhammad Yen running mate. MPP is dead, it's gone. Because omo bonne no, accumulate yama. You say for ya, including omo party for. Se Bawumia ko jina ho se say MPP for kwan to abamana. Onya 33%. MPP for kwan. And until now, say delegates no mokoto abano. Na ma Bawumia wini we no say na party for ni di o matem. Na they were insulting them because they felt say Agyapong we impo eso won fa so ten Bawumia. Why were they thinking like that? Because they realized that Ken was even speaking for them. But they didn't see Bawumia intervene for them. What you say? So if they found Agyapong more useful a candidate than Bawumia. Sankiyama MPP Cadbury member bia ko jina box muso on toaba. Na nyesi yakọ selected delegates bia yetimi PS kama omo etimi control ma dwen. You should have known say the way Bawumia nya about 67% no. Yeah. And can no be Agyapong dia because the masses in the party were rooting for him. But because they controlled a large number of people your delegates nintino and a ma Bawumia ye no and untina nanse wa hwe a o say Alan Martin say o kokumase or a very large following and it's very organic because Alan oni sika bia wo che Bawumia crowd no a sponsored crowd because okwa obenya t-shirt e be man 50 Ghana e be man 100 and these are rented persons are omuba be dia say just for omuso de ombenya like Paluta said onuso continue levy. But you know, that is how it has been. You can ask Agyapong if he will be sincere to himself and his God, because also a Christian. Ask him, say, has he ever rigged any election? If he says no, may tender never strike.